playing games no more, you know.
Alright guys, this is Unbiased, a YouTube show where we're just going to give our completely biased opinions. I'm your co-host Bond Hurley.
And I'm your co-host Kevin Bujak.
Alright, let's jump right in. Let's talk about some drama in the streetwear world. Let's talk about Bougie
Banton.
and the Supreme collab and the scandal surrounding it. I'll let you take the lead here.
Yeah, so Bougie Banton is a Jamaican singer, and he was just recently featured on a Supreme Spring Summer 2019 tee. But Banton has a long history of basically disliking the LGBTQ community, and like he has written one of his more popular songs include lyrics about disliking LGBTQ community, and he was even arrested in, I want to say he was arrested in his home country of Jamaica for some kind of assault against a openly homosexual couple or person or couple, I'm sorry. And it's a very, like, it's a collab that Supreme did that really makes you go, like, why did they do it? Like, why would they collab with somebody who has a bad history with something that's so touchy in today's world? And why would they do it, especially during Pride Month, the month of June? And on top of that, they're a New York City-based brand, and New York City is basically a hub for acceptance for the LGBTQ community. So it really makes you go, you know?
Yeah, I just think it's surprising that Supreme would be so insensitive.
Or are they just, like, unaware of the issue? Or is it just pure insensitivity, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I hope they're just unaware at this point. I mean, this seems to be a pattern, like, with brands like this. I mean, even just this week we have the Betsy Ross issue, right? So, like, the Air Max 1s where Nike was going to produce this Air Max 1 with the Betsy Ross Revolutionary War American flag on the back. And Colin Kaepernick reached out to Nike supposedly and said that he felt it was insensitive because it was a flag before slavery was abolished. And they pulled it from the shelves. So, I mean, this seems to be a pattern last 2 weeks of kind of scandals.
Yeah, I mean, so, like, in the case of Supreme, I think they weren't sensitive enough. And then in the case of this whole Colin Kaepernick, Betsy Ross flag, Air Max 1, it's a little too sensitive. You know, like I can understand why people are upset, but I just think it's a little too much, you know? Like, to completely pull a shoe. I think it was a little set up, you know? Like why Colin Kaepernick? You know, we haven't been hearing his name lately, and then just out of the woodwork, here he is. And something I want to know, like, he's a sponsored athlete from Nike. How does he even know about the shoe? Like,
I think he's technically a brand ambassador.
Yeah, but does that mean he gets to see shoes before they make it to shelves?
No, but we might have just not have been aware of this shoe yet, because like we said, it was going to be a GR, and we don't really, I mean, not saying we don't pay attention to GRs, because that's not true,
Right.
but we're not big Air Max guys.
Yeah, it's very true. Like, maybe he saw it on Instagram the same way everybody else did and was taken back by it. Personally, I think it's just a little over sensitivity for something like that, you know?
It definitely is, and it feels a little bit like we've talked about previously, a setup, like just a little bit. I mean,
like too coincidental.
And I mean, one thing that was released in the news, I believe by Complex broke the news, but after they were pulled from the shelves from storefront retailers, the shoes were going up to they were going for $2,300 on StockX. I think they sold 3 times, and now they're going for $15,000 on the bidding war that's going on eBay. So I mean, that's a huge difference from a
insane.
GR. I mean, think about Air Easy ones, Nikes.
Right.
Those resell for maybe $6,000 brand new.
Yeah.
$15,000. One of the only shoes I can like compare that to mine is the Jeter. You know, I'm talking about the suede Jeter Jordan, which goes for like $50,000. There's very few shoes with that level of street value.
Yeah, or maybe like in price, it's comparable to the Back to the Future Air Mag, the high top Air Mag.
No, that's very the non-auto lacing one.
Yeah,
right?
this the second release.
Oh,
So,
the second release? Oh, you're right. You're right. I'm wrong.
like the OGs are going for bread.
Are they really? Wow, that's crazy.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah. So I think the next thing we want to dive into here is Supreme. You cooked today, if I'm not wrong, right?
Yeah. So today is July 5th. Supreme held off their drop. It's typically on Thursdays, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But they held off their drop till Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it was a great day. I cooked. I was able to pick up the most coveted item from this week's drop list, which would be the snorkel and the mask and snorkel. I also picked up the fishing lure in tiger stripe colorway, I believe they're calling it, and then the drill pin, which is, I don't know, I think it's kind of dumb, but it's cool. It's cool. It was cool to like tack onto an order, you know?
Yeah, why not, right?
Why not?
I mean, you're already paying for that shipping. If
Exactly.
you want it, just do it.
Yeah, the minimum of $10 shipping, so.
Yeah, snorkel's pretty dope. I'm
Yeah.
pretty excited
So
to see
stay
this come in.
tuned, and we'll do a little tutorial of the snorkel.
We'll get in the bathtub together and just and do a little swimming test. No, that's exciting. I also got the fishing lure. I actually got it for him because I was worried he might be at work or something, and I didn't want to miss out on anything. And now I just have one. I don't fish, so I don't know what to do with it.
He knows I'm a big Supreme accessory guy.
Maybe I'll pierce my nose and just hang it.
Yeah,
from there.
maybe.
Maybe you
Just
never know.
Let it hang.
Just let it hang. Yeah. So that's Supreme. I mean, one thing we talked about, we're both. I don't know if it's still in stock. We're both considering snagging the. I want to say terry cloth.
Pocket
tee, yeah, especially in mint. I mean, the colors were all good. It's a good summer T-shirt, I think.
Yeah, no, it was very cool, and it wasn't necessarily a brick, but it wasn't something that flew off the shelves or flew off of line rather.
For those who don't collect Supreme hype wear or sneakers, a brick is an item that has no resale value after its release.
Yeah.
Well, let me rephrase that.
Right.
It does have resale value, but it's not. It's either retail, just above, or below retail.
Or just below.
Yeah.
So a brick's a brick, but you gotta love them. You know, collections are built on foundations of bricks. So
yeah, I once heard a reseller on Complex talk about. He has. You remember the scales, the Supreme scales?
Right.
They really weren't going for much, and he says he has like 5 or 10 stacked away in his closet because he says in 10 years, they're not gonna. No one's gonna be able to find them. You have one dead stock, people are gonna buy it.
Yeah. Well, that's a great point.
Yeah.
Going off of New York streetwear brands, let's talk about Kith for a minute.
Whoa, man, you got me heated.
All right, so Kith released this shoe as a part of their spring-summer collection.
Beautiful shoe.
Yeah, all leather, suede. It gives a high-fashion look to a simple Adidas classic. And, of course, you have the Kith logo printed right onto the side. And then on the other shoe, you just have the plain Adidas. So Adidas has come out and said that they're going to be releasing their shoe through Adidas, not through Kith. I'm sure Kith retailers will have them in stock, but it is not a collab by any means. And it's just going to simply be this shoe, minus the color on the heel and minus the Kith. And maybe some few minor differences, but that really makes you think. These shoes retailed for $140, and the plain Adidas shoes are going to be retailing for $120.
How we feeling on this? I mean, me and Kevin both own these shoes. Kevin turned me on. I slept on this drop, and he said, "Yo, look at these." And I happened to be in New York the next day, and I got lucky. They had my size in stock, just a few pairs left. How we feeling? I'm a little hurt that Ronnie and Adidas would do us like this.
So in the past, you've seen so many different Kith and Adidas collabs, and they've all been incredibly unique shoes and hard. Like they have been like heaters.
4D Ultra Boost, not 4D Ultra Boost. Sorry, 4D Aspens, Ultra Boost Aspens, all the A16s he's done with Adidas, the Adidas S97s. I mean, just some beautiful, very unique shoes.
And then you get this one. And we think, okay, cool, another unique shoe for a Kith Adidas collab, but no. An almost identical shoe is going to be coming out. So that makes you think, like who slipped up? Like who was like, oh, nobody will care. And is $20 really worth one logo? Personally, I say no. But you guys let us know what you think in the comments.
Yeah, for sure, let us know. Let's move on to this week's releases. Yeah.
All right.
Let's do this. We're still trying to figure out how we're actually going to do this. Let's do this.
All right. So, what shoes are coming out this week? Let's
do it.
Digest.
Nike Air Max 270 React. This is going to be a bold statement. I just bought the Element React 87s. Other than that, I'm over React. I'm over it. Just feels like a copy of Boost. They're using it for everything. I'm over it. This is prefix with that. So these are the Nike Air Max 270 React opticals. How are we feeling on these?
It's a good colorway, but I don't know how I feel about like the all around the heel bubble, you know? Especially with like the React front, I guess. I don't know. Like though this is like are these official photos?
Yes. These are loaded on the sneakers app as far as I'm aware.
Right. I'm not a fan. You know, it's a good colorway. I don't like how they almost like hid the Nike check in there. You know, like it looks like a lot of stuff has been like layered over it. I'm not a big fan of these shoes, but it's a good colorway.
What's interesting though is I think a lot of people would like that. Not personally, but a lot of people are like over logos, especially Nike and Adidas, kind of over the stripes. I mean, even you yourself are wearing an Adidas that
without
stripes.
Yeah.
After that came out. Today's the 5th.
Today's the 5th.
Came out. This did as well. This is the Nike Zoom X Vista Grind. We've talked about these before. These are just.
Oh my God! Atrocious.
These are just terrible. This is a terrible shoe.
In my opinion, it's a terrible colorway, and then on top of that, it looks like almost like a ripoff Easy 500 sole. You know, it just does. It's not an appealing shoe in my opinion.
No, I agree. So that's a pass. That's an easy.
Oh, it's got to be a pass.
Adidas London. Classic shoe. I'm just not feeling it. I'm not feeling the colors. Matt Welty, I bet you're freaking hype about these. Mm-hmm. How are we feeling on these?
I mean, it's a classic. It's a classic model. You know, that's undeniable. But I just can't get behind that colorway.
Also, why would you fight for a shoe $107 when you could just go to any local Foot Locker or PacSun and grab the same pair?
I feel like that's like an odd price too, $107. You know.
I think they're releasing for £85 in England, so it's conversion.
Okay.
I think.
Gotcha.
And then we got the Adidas Dawn 1, issue one, which I guess has a comic book theme to it.
Yeah,
this is a utility basketball shoe,
like a Spider-Man, Superman-esque colorway.
Yeah, I think that's alluded to also by the issue 1. You know what I mean? Like how it would be on a comic book. It was issue number 1 on it.
Oh, okay.
For the first, and then issue number 2 and so forth.
Like, I really wouldn't doubt that it had a Spider-Man influence, especially because they're coming off of that Ultra Boost run with the Marvel characters.
Yeah, and they already did a Marvel Adidas series too. So yeah, it's not surprising. How are we feeling on these?
I just would not wear those. You know, the colors are a little too out there for me.
Fair enough.
So got to pass.
I don't play basketball, so I'm gonna pass too on these. Shout out to you if you do. They're a pretty cool shoe.
Even if you're balling in those, you know.
Yeah.
They look too nice to ball in to mess up.
Agreed. Let's move on to something a little more special. Releasing tomorrow, 10 a.m. Sneakers app. Air Jordan 5 Michigans. How are we feeling on these? How are we looking?
Not for that price. Not for $225, man. Like
Says the guy that bought the red and white Tinkers.
Oh, don't diss the Tinkers. Don't diss the Tinkers.
Don't diss Tinkers. This is a 6 shoe.
I just can't get behind that colorway, man. Like, it just seems like it's too much.
Do you feel like Jordan Brand's fallen off? That they came back swinging at Adidas and now they're already dropping off? Because I feel like they might be.
It's basically a tug of war between Adidas and Nike.
Agreed.
You know, like
Agreed.
this week I have the hotter shoe, and then next week you have the hotter shoe.
And Reebok and A6 are just sliding stuff in
exactly.
unnoticed.
and then you have like these less dominant footwear brands that are just, getting their punches in there real low, So,
Agreed. I think next up, let's talk about these. These should not release. Nike, just don't. These are the Size X Nike Shox TL Viotech.
That is a certified mom shoe right there. What is that colorway? Like an off-white, gray, and pink?
Yeah, with some purple and yellow.
That's a certified mom shoe.
I know there's some history behind this colorway and the shoe, especially in Brazil with soccer players like Neymar. And I know Drake wore it to one Raptors game, but just let this die. Let Shox die. I mean, stick to good classic models like Air Force Ones, Cortezes,
right?
Waffles. Waffles, what are those called? The new ones that just came out. You know what I'm talking about? I'm calling them Waffles because I'm talking about the Sakai's, but they have another name. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
I don't know the name.
Yeah, everyone else will know what we're talking about, except for us. This doesn't come out this week, but I just want to talk about it. This is the Nike Air Fear of God 1 and yellow. How are we feeling on these? I know you're a fan of this silhouette.
Yeah, I love that model, and I like this a lot more. These yellows, I like these a lot more than I did the all reds and the all greens, primarily because the white sole. I feel like the white sole really pulls a shoe together, and I feel like it was too much and overpowering on the red and the green models. So personally, I am a fan of these, of the yellow colorway. They remind me of the Sale 1s that came out, I want to say, last month. I was a big fan of those shoes, and definitely going to be something I'm going to have to pick up aftermarket for my personal collection.
Fair enough. All right. Last but not least, we're just going to talk about what we have on our feet. Kevin kind of already gave you a preview. He's wearing the Kith S. I think they're called the SC Courts. Great looking shoe. We talked about those already. And then
Big
I'm
fan.
wearing the Fear of God Skylon. Fog is life, man. I think we've talked about this lately. I'm really feeling Fog again. Jerry Lorenzo, keep doing your thing. I'm here for it. Kevin's here for it. The world is here for it.
Fear of God. They're, in my opinion, really moving up.
Shout out to Bait for helping me get these in LA 3 months after the release for retail.
For retail.
There. Appreciate you guys. Thank you. Yeah.
All right. So thank you guys very much. Thank you for tuning in.
Like, subscribe, comment.
If you
follow
like
us
our
on
content,
Instagram.
hit us up. Follow us on Instagram.
Any suggestions? I've been Bond Hurley.
I've been Kevin Bujak.
And this is Unbiased.
Thank you very much, guys. Until next time.
It ain't my fault that you obsessed with this.